How's it going, man?
How you doing?
What's your name, man?
Darris.
Darris?
Danford Whitley.
I'm sorry?
Darris Danford Whitley.
Nice. Sorry, man. That motorcycle was loud. So,
Yeah, back in the
you
day,
from
they
around
called me
here?
Horse.
Yeah.
I was so big, everybody called me Horse.
Yeah.
And that's when I first knew I was a little bit different than a lot of people, because for some odd reason, I always got in trouble. And for real, I'm telling you. I mean, like, I was just talking about this a few minutes ago. I was 8 years old, and my mother came in, and I wasn't in my bed. I was at a lady's house. And the next morning, I came home.
Uh-huh.
And they was like, whoa, what you think you is, big man? You can spend all night outside and all that? And I got a whooping from two people, my auntie and my mother.
Yeah.
And my father say, something more to this than that. That's my son. I know my son.
Yeah.
He said, and I said, I just told Dad, I said I had to stay with this lady because her daughter had a day job, and they called her in on a special assignment for nighttime. She had nobody to watch her mom. Her mom was an invalid. And I stayed with her all night long just so she wouldn't be scared by herself.
Uh-huh.
And the next day, I should have asked her for a note or something. But my mom just immediately took it that he's doing bad, he's out there doing something wrong. And I told him like this, the only reason I stayed with her is because, hey, she needed somebody to stay with her mother, and her mother was an invalid and what they call it, senile. Yeah. She couldn't tell from differentiations from things. And then when my father found out, he kind of looked at me like, it was like, oops, we dropped the ball.
Oh?
Yeah, of authority. Because we acted without all the evidence or all the circumstances going together. Uh-huh. And that's been pretty much my life. I'd have been in the movies. I'd have been into world sports. Uh-huh. I'd have been into private industry. I'd have been through all of that. I mean, without a scratch. And yet I still wind up coming back home. Because Albuquerque, because I went from here to Beverly Hills.
Oh, yeah?
And I stayed in Beverly Hills, the back part of Beverly Hills, on the bottom part of the Beverly Hills for like 10 years. And after working for 10 years in Hollywood, I was on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
I done worked with some of the greatest stars there ever was.
Nice. Did you do acting, or were you doing?
I still have a job there as a janitor.
Yeah.
But I'm inspired to become a doctor. And it's going to take a lot of money. Yeah. Because it used to be a time when you can start out being a doctor, everybody help you, but it's not so today. Right. They will not take another opportunity to see someone else fail and then wind up with all those bills. Right. Because the basic doctor, just one of the run-of-the-mill doctors, only has what? $15-20 million. But it costs like $75 to $800, what, $750 to $800, almost $1 billion to become a doctor. God damn. And they waive a lot of their fees. I'd have been to college. I'd have been through the military. I'd have been on my own. I've been a bum. I mean, living nowhere. I still got a little bit hurt now, but I mean, it's some times when I woke up and didn't even know myself. Right. Because and when I reached about 32 years old, I went terminally deaf and blind for some odd reason. Because I have been stricken with cancer all my life. How old are you now, if you don't mind me asking? I'm 53. 53? I went sightless for 5 years. And guess who was my roommate? Who's that? Stevie Wonder. I swear to God it was. For real? Yeah, we used to, in St. Louis, Missouri, we used to go off on the corners and just act like crazies, you know, like. Yeah. And then when we come back, we have a bag full of money. Everybody was like, where you get this money from? We say, we can't see it. Yeah, nice. I went to jail. I was working on the Amtrak. And it was this guy, he was a smooth brother, man. I mean, everybody liked him. I was like, he cool, you know, but I don't get excited about no guy, no way. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, he cool, man. I did a little something with him. I did a little something. He was dressed in all these wild colors and things. And this old girl said, why don't you sit in here with me? And he was a sandwich salesman. That's all he's supposed to do is sell sandwiches. Sandwiches? He was selling a little umpty on the train, but then nobody said about it as long as you kept it down, right? We got off the train one day, and I claimed my bag, because I had a bag that was in the baggage court. Uh-huh. And I claimed my bag, and next thing you know, he's standing there right behind me. I didn't know he was behind me. And then the guy said, got y'all. I said, got y'all what? And you look at the bag, I was like, what is that? I didn't put that in there. I mean, I went crazy. It was cocaine. Guess who this dude was?
Who's that?
When he got out of prison, he put an X in the back of his name. His name was Malcolm. I swear to God, you can look that story up. It's
For
true.
real?
Yeah, we was in Virginia, and we got off the train, and the man spotted me and him together, and the lady was waving by, and he grabbed us, and I did 5 years with this nigga.
Damn.
His name is Malcolm X. I mean, like, I met Martin. You know how I met Martin? Martin Luther King was like going to Mississippi State. I was going to Mississippi State, and he told me, it's a white guy messing with you in your sleep. I was like, why are you telling me that? He said, man, I'm just trying to be your friend. I said, what's your name? He said, Martin. I said, Martin what? Martin Luther King Jr.? I said, well, I'll kick it with you for a minute. And that's when I fell in love with Martin Luther King. I was really, this dude had my heart, man.
Yeah.
Whatever, I mean, I could be in Vegas shooting dice, and Martin said, come here, man. I lead the dice table, man. Winning, you know. And he was very, I mean, the day he died, we lost a very good champion of justice then. Because I can only see him as a DA or something like that. Because he was very honest. And he looked beyond the point of the crime to the reason why you were perpetrating a crime in the first place. By then I was finished. I then went to Yale, Harvard. I taught in both of those.
Yeah. Did you say you were you born here in Albuquerque, or
yeah, I
was
was
raised
born in
here?
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And I've been to West Point. I did 8 years at West Point.
Oh yeah?
When I got out, they told me we can't use you. Why? They say, why are you fixing up your blood tests? And then I had to tell them I got cancer.
That sucks.
And it's like, damn. My CEO was like, damn.
Damn.
I can't use you for nothing then, man.
Yeah.
Now that was 8 years of training, man, going off the book.
Did you say what kind of cancer?
It's lymph node.
Lymph node cancer?
Yeah, it's in the glands. You know, the extra glands you have?
You're right.
I have cancer now. The blood, my white blood cells, all of them don't turn red. They stay white.
It's crazy.
And sometimes I be trying to stand up, then all the energy just go out of my body, and boom, I hit my butt on the stick, on whatever I'm sitting on. But I did a lot of things, man. I was veil prophet once.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that means that I hit a mark, and because I invented a lot of different things. And when they put all of it together, I had enough money where I could pay everybody in the United States 3 times over.
Damn. I don't know why they're not doing that now, because they can definitely do that.
You know what people say?
What's that?
Why is Darris begging for change when he owns 90% of the banks in America?
Well, why are you, man?
I don't know,
what
man.
you doing, man? What you doing out here?
Okay.
I mean, do you live in the area?
Why do a man wear checkerboard pants and a dotted tie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just his style, right?
Just doing your thing, man.
I say by this September, I'll be cool where I can go into a bank and say something.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't understand something. Most money is earmarked for something else. And then you come in rushing in with this basic new idea. No, we want to take care of old folks first. Then we get to the young people that's trying to save. And then we will go into investments. Because when they were selling it on the market, nobody would buy it. It was one of the biggest windfalls there ever was. It was the plastic yo-yo. When they put it up for 18 cents a share, nobody bought it. What did the owner do? He went out there and hustled. He washed cars. He kept babysit. He baked pies. He baked cakes. He sold dinners until he got a big margin where he went around and bought it himself. He waited 18 years. It was $1 billion per share.
Damn.
And everybody look around and say, why didn't I get me a yo-yo account?
Yeah, it's simplest thing, man.
Right, that's what it is. It's not, a lot of people think the war is won by showing up first and being the toughest. It is not that. It's those who endure the race that wins. Because you can be like Wile E. Coyote, the quickest and fastest out there, but be a slow boat like Roadrunner and cross the finish line. I don't know. I gave up a lot of different things. Like, I gave up the opportunity to be a father when I chose to put my wife and my kid in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah.
I was all thinking about being a doctor. That's all I was thinking about. I wasn't thinking about the safety of my wife and kids. And it was a very, very paranoid neighborhood. They killed my wife and kids, and that sent me to an asylum.
It's crazy.
Because it completely broke me down. After all I had been through, I had to lose a wife and kid. And I stayed in there for like 18 months. And then they put me in state hospital. Because they said he is not getting better.
Right.
And I stayed in there for like 8 years. And then one day I just told him I'm ready to leave. And that's when I came back home.
Yeah.
And my family is still here. My family is touch and go because they Native Americans. And we do things a lot different than a lot of people do.
Yeah. What were they trying to when you're in the hospital or whatever? What were they trying to diagnose you with or whatever?
It was schizophrenia and paranoia complex. Because I thought everybody in my family was going to die because somebody had said they was, and I was panicking. And I can't be around all of them at the same time because there's a lot of us. At the last family reunion we had half the park of Forest Park. You know where Forest Park at? In St. Louis, Missouri?
I don't.
Now this is a 5 mile
I haven't left Albuquerque, man. I've been stuck here, so I don't know.
It's 5 miles long, man. We had half of it.
Yeah.
Nothing but family.
Nice.
Yeah, we all had to wear white that day. That was a strange coincidence. I'm a church goer. I do believe in God, and I do believe in helping people. But I don't know about today's people, man.
It's different. I feel like it's.
They are tough, and they'll weather the storm, but they have no sense of where to come to each other's aid, and in despair, they're not willing to sit down with a person and go through it with them and sort it out. They got this no nonsense attitude. You stay over here and I stay over here, and it's a touch and go situation.
Yeah, just territorial.
And in most emotional points, people usually break down. And all these people are faking this toughness that I don't understand.
Yeah.
If you hurt and I'm hurt, why aren't we crying?
Yeah.
Because that's what tear ducts was made for. Right. I can't see myself being hard as nails and being alone.
Yeah.
Because I do not know when the carpenter's hand is going to use me. And nowadays, it's so tough to see tomorrow. You're so stuck in today.
Right.
I mean, the plans that you made back then, you don't even see anymore. You're just trying to survive today. Because these people are very harsh and cruel and mean out here. They be telling me, I ain't got to do nothing for you.
Yeah.
And I had a trust fund. I still have that. If I ever needed anything to fall back on, I always have that. That's in Wyoming.
Right.
My grandfather gave it to me, $83 billion.
Damn.
Yeah, he was a gold miner.
You got a nice little stash there.
Yeah. He was a merchant marine. He loved that. And he learned how to buy and sell things real quick overseas. And when I came home, I was about 14 years old. And he said, sit down, son. He said, I know you've been calling me grandpa all your life, but that's not true. You're my son. You're my youngest boy. And I have this for you. He said, I have cancer and I'm going to die pretty soon. And he died within a year. And he said, all you have to do is take that letter to this bank and then take care of the rest. I said, should I do it now? He said, exactly. So I went there and they did. You know how you go to the ID place? What do they check? Just your face, right?
Right.
That's not identifying you, right? When I got in this bank, they stripped me butt naked and knew how many dots I had on my booty.
They were thorough.
I mean, they was thorough, man. They rubbed some ink on my feet. They made a big plaster at my hands.
Damn.
Man, they measured everything. I was like, oh, Lord. And then he said, this is, and then they took a little sample out of my eye with tear ducts and stuff. I was like, oh, God.
Crazy.
And, you know, he said, this is so nobody will impersonate you.
Yeah.
I said, can I put on back on my clothes? He said, yeah. So my friends are asking me, are you going to take care of your family? I said, yes, I am. Are you going to take care of your friends? Yes, I am. He said, when? I said, on my 55th birthday, because I already got it planned. He said, what? I said, yep. On my 55th birthday, everybody going to get this invitation to go on the island somewhere with me.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you then.
Yeah, and just live it
Because
up.
by then, I'd have made twice as much as I inherited.
Yeah, just on that interest.
And if I'm not right, I'm just about there.
Yeah. You
So
get close, man. It's about time to go live it up.
I got kidnapped once
Oh, yeah?
and wound up in China. And I'm, big black man, right? I don't give a fuck what in Chinese,
Yeah.
I ain't picking up nothing. He said, "Swagger." I said, "Where you want me to put it?"
All right, you got it.
So I learned a lot in China. I learned that a lot of people just ain't it. Why? Because the little guy you pass on along the way towards your job, holding a broom, sweeping off the sidewalk, may not be a sidewalk sweeper.
Uh-huh.
He might be the owner of the building.
Yeah. You don't know.
I had to learn that. I had to learn how to be that patient. Because I was impatient as hell. I was very thorough about wanting a lot of different things and getting it, and was in a rush to receive it.
Yeah.
And even though today I'm impatient, but as far as the overall value, I have learned how to be a settled person.
Yeah.
By the beggar's plan. Because it shows me it's a lot of people in the world, but they ain't got to give you nothing. But what you work for, you fight for. And you must be accommodated by the work that you do, not by the work that you say you're going to do. Because a lot of people fall for that.
Right.
They make promises that you cannot keep, that's impossible, and yet another person will put his money on that. And basically, that's it I got to say. Because
yeah. So what plans you have from here on out, man? For your future, man? You're going to get your money out?
Okay, I did a lot of movies, because I did a lot of movies.
Yeah.
My first epic movie was The Bible.
Nice.
And I won an Oscar for that. If you check in the record books, I won a lot of Oscars in my day.
Viewers have to check that out.
I won a lot of Grammys too. And I took away from that quick, easy life, because that is quick and easy.
Right.
Because they hand you everything they want you to have. And I got arrested, and I had to do 15 years.
It's crazy.
Hollywood, Motown, Capitol Records, they all sent me great amounts of money. And that's what I'm doing here now. That's what I'm waiting on, because I got some imposters, some ID thieves on me.
Uh-huh.
And they trying to say that's their money, but it's not going to go far, because the judge already made the decision just to give me my money. And I got a lot of money on the books, so once I get that money, I'm out of here.
Get out of here.
I might stay 2 more years, but I'm out of here pretty much, because there's no way to turn over that much money.
Yeah.
Not in Albuquerque. I can turn it over and make more in Hollywood. And I still got several houses in Beverly Hills, so I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, you just go live it up, man. Right on, man. I appreciate you telling your story. It's all love and respect, man. I appreciate your time. You okay with me using this on YouTube, man?
Go ahead, man.
Showing everybody your story.
Maybe it helped if I go too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did one, and then I look back on it, it was $76 million.
Damn.
Well, yeah, it was $76 million. I was like, how do you get that money out of there?
Yeah, that's crazy,
so
man.
They tell me I had to wait. So I got to wait about another month, and then I get that money.
And then you ready to roll.
But I do a lot for the community. Do you know who sneaks around about orange juice and milk for kids?
You? Oh, I feel you, man. Right on, man. Thank you for your time,
All right, thanks, man.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
No problem, man.
I'm going to get you to clip my mic off of there.